For Greek language and literature graduate degree attempts, so as in parentheses, would I be Deepwater Horizon mud? So this is a reference to 2016 film Deepwater Horizon, which is based on the Deepwater Horizon oil spill that happened on 20 April 2010. I was alive for that. I had done in middle school, approximately 2006, maybe 2006. Earlier part of the year, I did we had a health class, and I chose, for my health topic, I chose oil spills. And I ended up majoring for my bachelor degree, a Bachelor of Science in Geology and Geophysics with a minor in mathematics, and that was 2015. I graduated. So the oil spill project preceded the oil spill, and then the degree preceded the movie, just a little bit for each. But this is one that is, there's this oil rig. So I'm Tanis Shearhurst of Seattle, and today is Thursday, 11 June 2026. And I'm going to provide my perspective on if I would be like Mud from the 2016 film Deepwater Horizon if I were to attempt graduate degrees in Greek language and literature. So there's this drilling rig, and they're out in the ocean, and there's this mud that's having difficulty flowing. And they're like trying to figure it out, and it's essentially they have to troubleshoot, and then the mud just comes out and just decimates the drilling rig. Like it just kind of rips it apart, but it's like backed up, and it's like it's got a lot of pressure. It's ready, and it goes and it blows. And so I was like, so I have self-educated in Greek stuffs, language and literature, culture throughout my life of my own initiative, including like Sacred Saturdays, just reading about Greek gods, different things like that, eating Greek foods, deliberately kind of seeking out culture. When I was an undergraduate, actually took a class in a language composition. So I think signed up for a minor in Spanish language and literature, and I even took a course in Spanish composition. So there was like the introductory and required courses, and I did a little bit more than required, and then I advanced to the like degree level coursework. I actually did take a course, and I aced it at the academic minor level as an undergraduate, and that was Spanish. And then I took a course in themes in that was where I got my Bachelor of Science degree from. It was the University of Hawaii at Manoa. I've lived in a different culture. So I lived in Hawaii for almost 3 years, and I graduated from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. I've lived internationally. I was a student at Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in South Africa. I didn't get a degree there, however. And then I've also done, I took a course in themes in Near East literature when I was a student at the University of Washington in approximately January to March 2011, and read a number of full text ancient texts. And so I know kind of like what's required. I've done that. I took a world religions course, if that's, and read texts from those religions. And then I attempted graduate school previously, and from that time period, even if the research started before, but from that time period, so I was in graduate school for over 4.00 years, and currently I have 3 peer-reviewed journal articles, 2 of which I am second author and 1 I am first author, and it was 2 authors in a high energy density physics peer-reviewed journal. And so I'm like, I'm that Mud in the sense of I've got a whole lot of, stuff built up that, like, while it might not be Greek language and literature, I know myself, and I know I'm a fast learner. Like, I took a computer programming class it was the fall of 2013, so approximately August to December 2013, and that high energy density physics article, peer-reviewed journal article, was published in February 2017. So from class 1 to publication was less than 4.00 years. And some say it's been nominated for a Nobel Prize. Right? Some people take decades learning in physics, and what I did in less than 4.00 years. So I'm like, in that really basic sense. I'm that built up mud just running the flow, right? I've done to like quote unquote like highest level proficiency from like class 1, to like kind of thing, to like, or to finishing class 1, however one wants to, to like the actual publication of results that my research included supercomputer, like a Department of Energy supercomputer. I've done that in less than 4.00 years. So there's a little bit of learning a language in the literature. 4.00 years. I realized that would require me doing reading. I've done that as an undergraduate. I understand that a course and that requires multiple texts, full text, and like repeatedly throughout the term. But I think, and so I know myself enough to know I could do it. The catch is, so like let's say I attempted a thesis. And if I survived a dissertation, do I do a translation of the text as well? Like I've been talking about the Iliad by Homer and then the Odyssey by Homer. And I'm like, so that would be like a bit different, right? That would be a thesis and a dissertation. And if I did a translation of each, a translation as well. So that'd be writing 4 books. That I have not done. Okay. Even though my undergraduate theses were like, what were they? They were like 50 pages and 60 pages. I did 2 undergraduate theses, right? So I've done 2 theses before, in 1 degree, right? Less than 3 years, and okay, that kind of thing. So again, I have a lot of great building blocks, and I'm also that mud where like, but if I get it wrong, I failed catastrophically. And I've done that before, right? I didn't get a degree on my last attempt. So I'm like, I don't want to be the mud from Deepwater Horizon. However, I am the mud from Deepwater Horizon. So if I go on that course, I still think the aim is to be like, because I am the mud and I know how I work, instead of going the Deepwater Horizon oil spill path, taking it and constructively being like, so if it's a thesis and dissertation, perhaps work on a translation. Take my energy and channel it constructively so that I don't self-sabotage and self-destruct and tear apart an oil rig that otherwise would have functioned hypothetically at least fine. No, fix all the screws. So take the path that it didn't take. Take the time to do a translation and fix all my screws and fix whatever because they had this long list of things that were wrong with the rig. And so essentially be like, I'm gonna be the mud, but I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna get myself fixed up. Okay, because last time I was not successful. So to say there are no problems with this rig would be a lie, right? So in that sense, I hope to be, if I get that opportunity, a graduate degree offer and go the graduate degree attempts in Greek language and literature, I'd hope to be smooth flowing mud with a rig that I'm okay with getting cleaned up and asking for help if I need to, as I can. So there we go. And I'm Tanis of Seattle.